Good morning. Well, I don't have anyone on because you guys probably didn't know I was even coming on this past week. I'm sorry I took the entire week off. We had an emergency here at home. My husband had a mild stroke. I'm going to say mild because it really, in the grand scheme of things, could have been a lot worse. We do know somebody who had a stroke who went blind, and I know someone else who had a stroke who can't move. My husband has mobility and is home now. So, so things have gotten a little bit heated for me, just trying to keep up with everything, all the demands of not only him but myself, and trying to sit in patience and love in this process because it's not easy, and it's just a matter of tapping into that beautiful energy of love and free flow. So I teach that, and now is kind of getting a dose of it right back at me. So again, I have nobody on. But welcome. So my name is Karen. Grandmother dances in the night skies, and yeah, these are the stone readings. I'm back reading, back reading them again. Excuse me. I will try to get on between 8:30 and 9, but I can't guarantee what time. It all depends on what's happening with my husband on any particular day. So I'm part of a mastermind group, and the mastermind I checked out at 8 o'clock, excuse me, so that I could do some other things. And then Charlie says, I want a hot tub. And rather than saying, no, you can't have a hot tub, I took him out to get him in the hot tub. So, lesson learned, I'm going to do that in the afternoons because it's just a little bit too rushed for me in the morning. But I'm here and welcome, and things are just coming along ticky boo. And so let's get right into it. Hey, Debbie, good morning. So, Debbie, your earth count today, other than zero, because she's working on the earth count. And Luisha is working on the earth count as well. Both of you are both in the zero count today, but you're also sitting in, Debbie, you're also sitting in the one. So you're sitting in the east of the medicine wheel, as well as that beautiful earth count of zero. So the earth count of zero is everything, but you're also amplified by the one. So the one is the spark of new beginnings, which really falls into the flow of the zero count. So just sit into that beautiful energy of that and allow yourself to just tap in and be thankful for the beginning of what is it you wish to create and what is beginning to you, what's showing up, and allow yourself the space to be able to do that. You're sitting in the center also, you're sitting in confrontation today. So you may have a little bit of conflicting viewpoints with somebody today because it seems to be kind of overshadowing. Although, yeah, I'm stepping into the beginning, but I'm also a little on edge because of the beginning of the earth count. So as you are learning to step into that beautiful earth count, it might get you a little bit dicey and a little bit snippy with people today. So I definitely found that this morning, that I got a little bit discombobulated and rushed. And when I got rushed, I got a little bit edgy. And I can see that kind of happening with you today too. I'm really concentrating on this earth count, darn it, and don't get me into a different flow. So just allow yourself some patience and care today. With that, whatever's confronting you, you're also sitting in the master, and I love this master. It means that you are in charge. You get to choose. I get to choose how I'm going to perceive. So really open that perception up today, wide open. Remember, you're sitting in the zero and the one today. So really walk into, what can I create? What energy do I get to choose to acknowledge, to nourish my body, to nourish my soul? And if you find yourself getting a little snippy with people, step back for just a moment, put yourself in their shoes and go, I get it. I get it. I just have to slow down a little bit. So welcome to that today. Good morning, Luisha, and welcome. It was very nice seeing you this past week. I got to know Luisha a whole lot more. She stayed almost a week at my house. So welcome. So Luisha, you're also sitting in the zero count where you're starting the earth count. Excuse me, but you're also sitting in 5, 10, 15, 16, 17. 17 is the great teachers. So you got the great teachers multiplied by the earth count today. And it's going to be a little bit heightened, amplified for you as you're sitting in the zero, the beginning of everything, in that beautiful overall view of everything, the medicine wheel, all the people, all the humans, everything around you. Know that your great teacher is going to be amplified, and your great teacher is defeat today. Now, I honestly, I had told a whole group of people a couple weekends ago that I haven't sat in defeat for a long time. Well, I can tell you, I wallowed in it in the last week. I have been mud deep in defeat. And Luisha, I think that I can relate a little bit more. Although I have great compassion when people are sitting in defeat, I kind of want to say, come on, get up and get going. Often we don't feel that maybe we can just get up and get going. And so have patience with yourself, have care with yourself, and know that you get to choose the amount of defeat you're going to sit in. So when you're sitting in that defeat today, things look like, oh, I don't know, can I do it? It didn't turn out the way I wanted. And sit in that, try to find the joy in what did happen and the positive of what did happen. You're also sitting in guilt. So I've got a little bit of guilt. I have so many people relying on me, and I have so many things going on that I can't meet everyone else's expectations. So, Luisha, don't worry about meeting everyone's expectations. Meet your own expectations for how you meet yourself in the mirror. That's also pure intellect and measure as you're sitting in the middle. So that's where you're sitting today. Get out there, really enjoy this earth count. And I look forward to seeing your end of day stone. Okay, take care. Have a wonderful day today. Hey, Mary, how are you today? I'm sorry I haven't been around for the last week, but yeah, life got in the way. So you're sitting in. Drew out of the great teachers first. This is interesting because I threw out of the great teachers number 20 that sits in the middle of the medicine wheel, which is patience. However, I also drew for the earth count that also sits in the middle. So your middle of your medicine wheel is just heightened. What is it like to be a human? Sitting in the human, the number 5. What is it like to be a human today? And boy, have a lot of patience, because there's going to be side angles coming at you today. It's almost like I see you walking on a path, but then people are kind of bumping you, trying to get you off the path. Really, really dig your feet in, ground yourself down. And when someone tries to knock you over today, or even in the way, and you might even be in your own way today, just keep going. No, you know what? I'm going to ground in, and I'm just going to make myself really, really strong today. And when you do that, you're sitting in success. You can accomplish it today. You can accomplish whatever it is that you're setting out to do. Know that it's okay. It's okay to be a human. It's okay to have feelings, and it's okay to get knocked off course once in a while, because you get to choose to get back on course, and maybe you'll find a whole new path. Never know. So that's where you're sitting in, Mary. Good morning, Kim. Thank you for your beautiful readings that you've been doing for me for this past week. I've really, really hung on to them and relied on them. And you've given me great comfort. So thank you. So Kim, you're sitting in 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, the cycle of natural law. That set goes around, comes around, and whatever's happening in your life right now, I see a big wheel, a big vortex wheel coming in, and it's speeding up. So whatever's going on, the changes are going to amplify right now. Instead of, because we're going into fall, you'd think that you'd be slowing down. You're almost working in reverse. Instead of slowing down, you're speeding up. So I know that that's happening, and catch your breath, because hang on, because it's going to get quicker. And there's lots of doorways are opening all at the same time for you today. You're also in the physical today. So I'm sitting in that physical of the great teacher. So paying attention to your body speaking to you and telling you to pay attention, because things are speeding up. So really get firmly grounded today. You're going to need it for the things that are coming your way. That's interesting. And you're also sitting in the burden. Feel a little bit of a burden. If all these things come to fruition, which what I'm looking for, what I'm wanting, and what I can see opening up, that means I've got a series of events that are going to have to take place. And am I ready for it? And I feel like I am burdening myself with all these changes, all these demands, and yet they keep on coming. So just organize, let go of what doesn't need to be, and get organized to what is important, and just the little chunks today, because you might feel a little bit overwhelmed by the speed that everything's changing. Ooh, that's interesting. I can't wait to talk to you about that. Excuse me. Good morning, Miss Stephanie Howie. Thank you for joining me today. So Steph is sitting in 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, number 9 of the Earth count. That is moon movement and energy. And by gosh, you're moving in that solar system that's all around you, the ebb and the flow of the moon. Have you been out there paying attention to that beautiful full moon? Have you been paying attention to the energetic around you? Because there is that flow in your body that is pulling you towards something, almost like gravity. A magnet is pulling you in. I'm going in a direction, but oh my God, am I ready for it? Yeah, you're ready for it. Absolutely. You're also sitting in the center. You're sitting in patience. Have patience. And I know sometimes we want things to happen on our schedule, happening on spirit schedule, and just know that that's what's going on. I'm just going to have to sit back. I can feel that magnet pull. Don't resist it. Just allow, because it's going to be a magical ride for you. And you're really sitting in that beautiful energy today. Get out under that full moon today, or I don't even know if it's still a full moon, but get out under the moon today if you can. Also I'm fighting the gravity. I'm fighting that pull. It's like the magnets are pulling me really, really tight, and you're resisting. So I'm resisting the change that is right in front of me, because I want to get a better understanding of it. I want to get a better control of it. And I'm going to be here to tell you, you can't control it. Just let it go. When you stop resisting and stop fighting, you're going to it's going to feel like you're going really fast, but you're going exactly the speed you're supposed to be going, because Spirit's got you on schedule, and it's going to push you either forward or maybe even a little bit back from time to time. But feel that energetic pull today, and just acknowledge it. Hey, I got you. Thank you. And go on our group page, because we're starting the Earth count today, Steph. So we're in 0 today. Okay, Paul. Well, how are you? Hello, grandmother. The birthday party was a hit. 10 years old. Thank you. I'm so happy, and I hope that you got out there and played a little bit and really sat into that that youthfulness, that joy of life. And thank you for coming back so quickly after I was gone for a week. So you're sitting in 5, and 1 is sick. 6, that is spirit, and the ancestors. Those ancestors are holding you tight today. And you too become one of the ancestors eventually. And you are part of this beautiful cycle of family, this beautiful cycle of ebb and flow and give and take. And you are now the representation for that younger 10-year-old to look back and go, hey, someday I can be like that, and just celebrate that. You are the influence of the youth, and pay attention to the seniors, because they are where you're going to end up. And just pay attention to that. You're also sitting in spirit today, which is number 12. Now, isn't that interesting? Because you're sitting in spirit of 12, as well as the earth of sitting in spirit. So that's really strong. You may even find yourself, if you can, get out there and close your eyes and actually talk to spirit. You may get responses back. Ask questions today. This is a day for spirit to reflect and to give you the answers that you're asking for. Just be open to receive. You're also sitting in trust in spirit. Whatever you're worried about, let it go. Just flow and allow that, because spirit really is carrying you today. You are really, really supported. So feel that support all around you, and just let it go, and just trust spirit's taking me exactly where I need to be. Woo, beautiful day for you. Excuse me. Let's go into Mr. Lee. Good morning, Lee. And I get to see you in a few weeks. So Lee is sitting in the number 2. This is one of my favorite stones itself. Take a look at the beautiful designs on that. Mother Nature did that. You can't make that up. And that is Earth, Mother Earth herself. So really, really get out there and talk to some trees today. Hug a tree, feel the bark of the tree. but get out of your head while you're doing it. Don't preconceive what you're going to receive. Just be open to receive, open that channel, because there is some information, some teaching coming your way. And you're also sitting in spirit of number 12. So you're sitting in the spirit, the great teacher of spirits. So yeah, get into Mother Earth, close your eyes and surrender. I don't have to, I don't have to worry about where anything is. I don't have to worry about anything. I just surrender and then allow spirit to start washing over you. It's a lot of doorways are opening up for you too. And I know you're on this ride with Kim, so you guys are hang on tight, because spirit's got a plan, and it's going to happen. You're also into sharing. Share your experience with others, but share your heart. Don't just keep it locked up. I can't speak because I'm going to maybe upset somebody, or I can't speak because I'm not gonna. If I put it out there, surely everything's gonna fall to hell in a handbasket. Actually, I'm telling you to share it, because once you share it to the world will receive. Spirit will receive. And right now, you're really amplified in that energetic of spirit hearing you. Spirit always hears us, but it's even more amplified today for you. Yeah, I hope that helps. Thank you. I can relate to it all. Okay. Thank you, Paul. Welcome back. Mary, thank you. Kim, here we go. Subconscious, but oh, do. Oh, here we go. Uh, Tashika. Woo, that is pretty cool. I love your name. It's a purple T. So that's what I'm looking at, a purple circle with a T on it. And you are sitting in the one today. This is the singular. This is also perception. It's asking you to look at a different angle. So whatever it is that is zeroing in, and your day looks like it's all structured in one direction, I'm going to ask you to flip the direction. Take a look at it from the side, take a look at it from above and underneath. Look at it from all different angles. You might be sitting in a little bit of turmoil at the moment, and you want an answer. You're seeking that answer, and the answer is right in front of you, but you're so close to the question that you're not seeing the answer. So it's saying step back and then start writing out, what is the best outcome? What is the worst outcome? What are my three options? And then allow those, and just free flow. Don't second thought it. Just free flow those questions, because the answers are there. But you need to take a step back and look at it from a different perspective. Please tell me what I need to know right now. Thank you. And yeah, you bet. And you're also sitting in sex, but sex doesn't necessarily mean sex. It means sexuality. It means you're the masculine and the feminine, and you're a little bit out of balance at the moment. You're really, really strong one way or the other, but I feel a conflict inside of me of where I'm sitting. So just sit back and go, you know what? I'm not going to I'm not going to confront myself today. I'm not going to fight with myself today. I'm just going to sit in the beautiful flow of self today, and just allow that, because remember, you're also sitting in that number one, and so everything is starting again. So you may get lots and lots of thoughts in your head about it. You're also sitting in flowering, and what a beautiful one for the feminine. So if you maybe need to amp your feminine up a little bit today, do something that will bring forward that feminine energy, however it looks for you. So if I was to amp my beautiful feminine energy, I think I'm going to put my hair up today and put a ribbon in it. What will you do to enhance your feminine side? And males have a masculine and a feminine, females have a masculine and a feminine. So it's to find your balance, but up your feminine a little bit today. You just need to dial it in a little bit. So that's yours today. I hope that helps you. Grandmother, we're not had your book on. Hold on, grandmother. When you are not on, I read a book. Hello, now you're back on. Oh, wonderful. Isn't that interesting? And by the way, speaking of books, Seven Arrows, the book club, starts on October the 1st. So anybody that's interested in that, you have to go over to my Facebook page, which is a shamanic teaching and healing services. It's a group page. just ask to join, and I will be having all this information. I got tons of information on there, and feel free to just go. There's no, like, it's just open to anybody, but I just want you guys to. I just didn't want it just randomly open. So it's a pretty cool group. But there's all the events that we're doing, and there's a lot of free stuff that we do online. And one of them is this book club that's starting, and it's called Seven Arrows by Hamio Storm. It's an awesome book, and it talks about life lessons and is the core teaching of everything that I talk about. So that's what it's about. Hi, man, I admire you. Thank you so much, Nick. Um, let's give you a stone. Your stone today, Nick, is sitting in 1, 2, 3, 4 of the earth count. That's at the north end of the medicine wheel. That's in our mind, but that's also the animals. So what happens with the animals? They sit in balance. They're not worried about what's going to come down the pike. They don't let the worries of tomorrow rob them of the joy of today. And I'm going to ask you to do the same thing. Don't let the worry of tomorrow or of later rob you of the joy of today, because life is very short, and just enjoy the moment by moment today. Don't worry about tomorrow. Just right now, here's where I'm at. And in an hour from now, hey, here's where I'm at. And allow that process. Really pay attention to the moment by moment today. You're also can't make this up. The great teacher of in North again. So that's that mind. And you're also sitting in the physical today. So maybe my body's not quite corresponding with where I want. Maybe there's an emotional attachment to something that's going on in your body. Maybe don't get locked up in what's happening, the long process. Just zero in right now, this moment. This is what I have to know. This is what I'm feeling, because I see a little bit of a disconnect. It's almost like I've stepped out of myself and I'm not quite in touch with what I'm feeling emotionally and physically. And so just allow that moment by the moment. Don't worry about the big picture. And ask your healer animal to step in and walk with you. You're also sitting in the juggling. Yeah, stress. I have a lot of stress that's held in my body. So what happens when you have a lot of stress held up in your body? You get pain. So when we hold on, excuse me, when we hold on to so much stress, I got so many balls juggling and blah, blah, blah. And then I'm just popping off all what I got to do. And I'm worried about down the road. Then I don't live in the moment of now. Then all of a sudden at the end of the day, I'm going, whoa, where did the day go? And the day just kind of slipped by, and it's a day you can never get back. So just go moment by moment and say, you know what, body, I'm okay. I don't need to hold on to all these balls. I'm going to let every bloody ball fall, and I'm just going to pick one up in this moment. And then I'm going to bounce it down. I'm going to grab a different one in the next moment. I'm not going to get overwhelmed by the amount of demands that are on me. Okay. So that's what you're sitting in. I hope that helps you. And I was waiting for you. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So again, so what happened with me, excuse me, is my husband had a stroke. And on not this last weekend, but the weekend before. So he had a stroke, and the stroke is a mild stroke, but still his movement is impaired. He's in a lot of body pain right now. And excuse me. And I have a business to run. I actually run two businesses. We got chickens, we got birds, preparing for winter, doing all this stuff. So I too feel the burden of everything coming at me. But I've also surrendered, allowing other people to help me. So it's a beautiful switch up. I'm going through the grief process because my new normal has to develop and has to grow so that I can become and experience what I need to experience to support him. But I also have to support myself, because if I can't support me inside, then I'm not going to be any help to anybody else. So I just have to slow everything down, take deep breaths, get out there in Mother Earth, just like I ask everybody else to do, and do the same thing. So yes, my husband's had a stroke. He's going to go, he sees our family doctor on Friday, and we will get some direction. I would imagine he's going to be getting into rehab. He can talk. He's not like he's, when you say stroke, people think half your face and is paralyzed and stuff like that. With that, he did not have that. So with him, he can speak. He can make his needs known. own. It's just his left hand and his brain just aren't quite coordinated, but they're getting better. And he's walking on his own and he's moving out there. I'm getting him out in the yard every day with on bare feet on grass. And that's what I would suggest that for most people. So it's just little tiny steps to get to the big picture. And like you, we don't want to overwhelm ourselves. So it's one step at a time. And I hope that helps you. And thanks for checking in again. And I will be back tomorrow. In the event that I'm not back tomorrow, it's just because something had happened in home life, but I will do it as soon as I can. If you go to my Facebook page, Shamanic and Teaching Healing Services, I keep daily posts of what's going on so people know what to expect, so they're not thrown off guard where I'm just not available. I feel so, and sometimes it's coming at me. Yes, that makes me stressed. I can't get any dust relating to it. Boy, intuitive hits. So that's interesting. So what happens when you get to choose? A lot of people don't know this. You get to choose the amount of input that you allow spirit to give you. So and me too. I used to get overwhelmed where a spirit was just coming at me all the time and I'm getting all these messages and I'm picking all this stuff up from everyone else and I would get exhausted. So what I ended up doing in my mind's eye, I made little compartments, like little rooms, if you will, in my brain. Whereas if I'm getting a download from spirit, because I'm also a death walker. So when I'm working with people that are crossing over or have crossed over, it helps me to just put it into an area and go, I will deal with that when I can. For now, I need you to go and sit in the waiting room. And then when my mind and I'm ready energetically, then I can just close my eyes and I go into each of the rooms where I'm going to go and I bring into the information. And when the information is just now I can't take anymore, I just close the door. And then I wait until I can bring more in. So I get to choose how fast that tap gets turned on so that I'm not getting totally annihilated by all the amount of the flow of energy. So that's something that I would suggest. Close your eyes and build these little rooms in your mind's eye and then and give them a name. So whatever you're getting, maybe I don't want to be receptive to other people's feelings. Maybe I don't want, whatever it happens to be, allow those energetics to go into the room and then you get to choose to open that door, receive, and then close the door again. It really has helped me, and that's what I would recommend. I hope it helps you, and if it doesn't, then ask spirit, how does it work for me, and how can I choose and regulate that information? Okay, I hope that helps. Woo! Anyway, I'm out of here, guys. I have a super busy day today, and but I'm so happy to be back, and thank you so much for joining. And let's all just spread the love out there. Okay, aho, and bye bye.